for your EC2? Boleh atau tak boleh? Masih ingat semalam? Yes. Answer is yes. That's cara pertama. Cara kedua, you kena apa? You kena you boleh pakai this curl command. Let's say you are Linux kan, okay? Right? Atau you boleh you pakai Linux, you can use the curl command to retrieve the user data. So sekarang, now in this example, kita nak retrieve info about your EC2 with the instant metadata. So you see in the user data, kita specify YAM update. First command is a command interpreter for the Unix. Second command is to update the packages. And third command kita do curl command. Curl kita nak retrieve this, okay, from the metadata about the public hostname. Because this public hostname, masih ingat kita akan is dynamically assigned by the EC2, okay? So they akan auto derive this after you set up. So that's why kita nak capture this hostname, okay? Kita nak capture this hostname in the user data. So that kita kena specify this URL. Remember or not? Semalam kita pun dah cover this URL. This is a reserved URL whereby you can capture a particular information about user data. In this case, kita nak capture the hostname. That's why you say / public hostname. And from there you boleh, right? You will update this in the variable so-called hostname. So you see the right? You see the arrow key. I'm playing. Now there you go to the metadata. This one capture. Then after that, supply the output of this public hostname dalam this variable hostname. So that is called kept retrieving the info dari itu metadata. So user data is your metadata. This one semalam kita also cover the EBS kan? Correct not? EBS is this virtual volume. EBS is it persistent semalam? Yes sir. Yesterday you cover persistent atau tak non-persistent EBS. Masih ingat EBS? Virtual volume. Let's say you stop and restart your EC2, the content of the EBS akan hilang tak?
Tidak.
Tidak, correct. Betul. It's persistent. That's what we call persistent. So, tapi you boleh configure another jenis of virtual volume that is pakai the what? Ephemeral. That is called instant store. With this instant store, then you will basically you can whatever you store in this instant store basically is ephemeral. So this is different from the EBS. EBS is persistent. This one, ephemeral basically means kalau you stop and restart the EC2, you pakai instant store as the virtual volume, dia akan apa? The content akan auto deleted. So kalau you nak pakai instant store, do backup. You can back up the content of your instant store to the EBS because the EBS is persistent. Okay? Right? So left hand side show you pakai EBS. Right hand side show you kalau you pakai the instant store. So I think a common question people tends to ask is that kenapa kita nak pakai instant store? Sebab instant store is non-persistent kan? Correct not? What is the kebaikan? Kebaikan is that when you do the swap disk space, there is very fast. Right? Right, you know, swap space. Anybody have tried swap space before? So basically, it is very fast kalau you pakai instant store. Why? Why is faster than the EBS? Sebab EBS, your EC2 is connecting the EBS pakai the network, pakai gigabit Ethernet. Tapi kalau you use the instant store, it is built inside the host. So they are accessing your EC2 when they access the instant store. Is go through the is embedded inside the host, therefore it's faster. Okay, so that is called this instant store. Okay, so basically by default the EBS dia hanya boleh attach to satu EC2 aja. Okay, by default dia hanya boleh attach to satu EC2 for the EBS. Tapi you boleh configure to there's a special type of multi-attached EBS whereby you boleh attach to 15. You boleh attach to satu volume, satu EBS volume. You boleh attach to multiple EC2. Okay, so that's called multi-attached. EBS. So now let me show you how you can configure this instant store. Okay, so you go to the console. Oh, okay. Right. Before that, just a quick one. quick intercept. Tadi, remember just now I want to show you the content management kan? Okay? I want to show you the content management. Remember the Binami, I pakai the marketplace punya. So I want to show you, this is, I dah launch the EC2, pakai the Binami software, the AMI one, dari marketplace. So I'm going to show you how this can be accessed. You go to the, I think this is the one. You go look at the public IP. We copy. Let's copy the IP. Then you copy this public IP atau public DNS. Kita nak browse. See whether the software, this content management software sudah install for us or not. Hello world sudah nampak tak? This is the AMI kita dapat dari itu marketplace. This one, the vendor Binami sudah auto install this content management software in the AMI. So kita tak payah install lagi kita just pakai. So now I'm going to delete this just to show you a quick one how this can be done. So let me delete this one. So now the next thing I want to show you is the how you can specify your volume to use the instant store. Okay, so kita cakap instant store lebih cepat kan? Let me show you how this can be done. Launch the instance, and you choose the first page. Step 1, choose the AMI. Okay, so kita akan choose this Okay, let's say we choose the free tier one. Second step kita okay, this is where you will choose whether it's the EBS atau instant store. Kalau it's EBS, they will tell you it's EBS. Kalau you see it is SSD. Let's contoh let's say I launch this. I select this one. SSD. Okay, you see this one, the volume dia tak cakap EBS. This one actually is about instant store. How we know? Then I show you. Let's after you go to the storage, you see they show you what? Ephemeral. Nampak? Ephemeral basically means this. You see, they will this volume you tak boleh. This is the instant store. This is dia akan it will be as a secondary volume. Nampak tak? Right? It's ephemeral. You will see this keyword say ephemeral. Ephemeral basically means non-persistent. Okay? Non-persistent. So this is instant store. Okay? So remember you kena pilih apa? SSD. Yang label SSD punya. Okay? So I'm not going to launch this I just want to show you how you can create this pakai the instant store. So the kebaikan is just lebih cepat je lah. Okay? Tapi you kena backup every time. Kalau you stop and start sebab akan auto delete. This one I dah mention this already lah. Masih ingat? EBS ada dua jenis kan. One is based on SSD, one is based on HDD. This one I cover already. Right now. This one I cover already kan. I just want to summarize this. The key difference is that SSD semalam I dah cover. Itu is when you want to emphasize on IOPS per second. IOPS per second. Input output per second. Tapi kalau HDD is when you want to emphasize on the MIP per second. Okay, tapi yesterday I didn't tell you this. For the HDD, you cannot use it as a boot volume. Okay, right? How you know? Very simple. You see, you go to the tadi I launch punya. Let's go. When you launch EC2 kan, when you launch you see the root volume. You don't have a choice one to use this HDD. Come, you see. You hanya boleh pilih apa? SSD either general purpose atau provision IOPS. Okay? Atau itu right, magnetic. You see tak ada HDD. Tapi kalau you tambah another volume EBS volume, sekarang you see the HDD is appear there already as a pilihan for you to provision. Okay? So just to let you know okay, and you can see another thing I want to highlight now inside your slide. Okay, is that the general purpose you are the GP2 and GP3. So you can look at my extra notes for the GP2. What is the difference? You see, you go to my extra note, architecting note. Let me show you this architecting note. So when you come to this, you can see you search here. This one I got extra slide for the GP2. Okay, GP2 versus GP3. You can see the GP3 punya provision IOPS you nampak not? Basically is the cap at the straight away dia start right, they will cap at the maximum 15,000. Tapi kalau GP2 the more you the tambah the volume size baru dia increase. Correct not? You notice or not? Tapi this one is independent of size for GP3. So GP3 definitely the performance is better lah. GP3 right? You see this is the statistics. You can look at the statistics here. And tapi I want to highlight to you is that the GP3 the pricing is cheaper. Cheaper than the GP2. Although the performance is better, tapi the pricing is cheaper. Okay, so this is some extra information you can look at my slide lah. Tapi it's not inside your student guide lah. So that's what we call GP2. How many GP3? How many percent cheaper? 20%. 20% pula. 20%. Okay. Next, let us move on to the next slide. So this one kita dah cover lah. I'm not going to repeat this. Okay, I want to show you the document. Kalau you nak look at the few detail document, you come to here and check. Okay? Yeah, you come to here, go to the, just Google lah. You go to the AWS website atau you can search dari Google AWS, the EBS, type. There you will see, scroll down, EBS volume type. It will tell you the detailed specification. This one is more detailed than your. Look at the table below. This one is more detailed about it will tell you the SSD, what is the feature, okay? HDD, what is the feature, all this you can come to here and check. Right? And GP2, GP3, right? Then there's all this you boleh look at it. So this is the URL. EBS/volume type. So you can go through in detail lah. So let me paste this in the meeting chat. A minute. Next, I'm going to show you the okay. Next slide. Instant optimize for the EBS. Okay. This one basically this feature is referring to dia akan optimize your EBS. Okay. Right. How does this feature able to optimize your EBS? Sebab dia akan reserve a dedicated capacity for your EBS input output. Because we know input output is important. This one input output basically is a komunikasi antara your EBS and EC2. As I told you tadi, EBS is connected via the network kan. So that's why kita kalau you pakai this instant optimize one, okay, then you boleh dia akan provide you best performance okay. Sebab dia akan avoid the contention. Minimize the contention. Contention means congestion. Sebab your EBS is komunikasi dengan EC2 pakai network. Okay. So you can see depends on the options right, based on the instant type lah. You can have this antara 400 up to 14,000 meg lah. Okay. For this EBS they will reserve this bandwidth. Okay. For your this IO. Next, share file system. So this is referring to the file sharing service. File sharing service by this file sharing service by this EC2 from the EC2. Let's say you nak set up a centralized file sharing for your Linux machine, contoh. Okay, for the Linux. Okay, atau for your Windows EC2. Okay. So in this case, with this file sharing service, you boleh use it to share file among EC2. You boleh write file, tukar the content of the file, and you boleh read the file or this from your EC2. Okay. So now here is trying to compare this file sharing service. Ada dua jenis. Actually ada tiga jenis lah. Okay, you got EFS. This is based on the Linux. Okay, FSX ada dua jenis. One is based on the Windows, okay, and the other one is based on Lustre. Lustre is based on high performance computing. So That's why it is very, as the name indicating, high performance basically means they can provide you very fast performance. So now here also compare with S3 and EBS. Kenapa these two are suitable for file sharing? You see, let's start from this S3 dulu. S3 is an option, tapi it is not ideal. Kenapa? Sebab S3 is a object storage. Masih ingat object storage? When you tukar the object kan, you kena, even you tukar sikit, you kena re-upload again. Kinda. Right? So that's why, right, it's not based on this so-called block. And then EBS is different. EBS basically, you cannot you cannot allow concurrent session, right, to access from your EC2. The maximum, let's say kalau you pakai the multi-attach, you hanya boleh allow 15 saja. 15 EC2 to access the same EBS. Tapi this one, EFS, no, they can support more than that, definitely. Right, the number of concurrent session to access this file sharing service. Okay, so all right, that's why here they compare. Now, so now we're going to zoom into the EFS, the first one. Right, tadi kita cakapkan ada 3 jenis for the file sharing service. The first type is this based on the Linux one. Okay, so if it's based on Linux, I think for those who have experience in Linux, you know, file sharing is using this NFS version 4. They support version 4 and 4.1. Right, so this will allow your EC2, when after you create this EFS, okay, it will allow your EC2 to basically to access. Okay, it will allow your EC2 to access this file sharing service EFS. Dari multiple EC2. In this diagram, kita ada the orange color represent the EC2. Okay, so how this can be done? Basically, we will need to create this mount target. This mount target is like a logical object, in this case, that for the EC2 to access, right? Once they mount to this mount target, connect to it, then they can access the EFS. So actually, this mount target is a ENI card. Right, it's an ENI card. Once you configure the mount target, AWS akan automatically create this ENI card for you to represent the mount target. So basically we will set the one mount target per AZ. Okay, so that will for the respective local subnet EC2 to access. You can see when you set the mount target can be accessed by different subnet punya EC2, because I think you know this already, in the same AZ kita boleh have multiple subnet. So different subnet of EC2 also can be accessed the mount target in the same AZ. In fact, different, let's say this EC2 is in the AZA. So it also actually it can access the mount target at AZB. Tapi of course, we will prefer to access locally. Okay, so you can see this can be shared across availability zone, region, cross region, or even cross account pun boleh. So tapi there's a limit. The limit is the per file size is 47.9 terabyte per file size. There's a limit. 14. So you see this is bigger, correct, compared to S3. S3 per file size hanya, right? Is hanya siapa boleh ingat S3 file size? Right? Anybody can recall? S3 file size is, what is the size? 5 terabyte kan? Betul tak? Okay? 5 terabyte saja. So tapi this one is 47.9 terabyte per file. Then we have this FSX. FSX is different. FSX, kita ada 2 jenis. One is for the Windows and the other one is for the Lustre. So let's start from the window one first. So this window basically is for your window EC2, okay, to access this FSX. So it's the same thing. Basically, they will access your EC2 windows based on window platform. Akan access the FSX to the mount target. They can access this to the mount target, and basically they will be authenticated through the Active Directory. Okay, so you ada 2 jenis of Active Directory you boleh pakai. One is from the on-premises one. Okay, you set up your own, then you will authenticate, it's used to authenticate your EC2, right? And the other method is you boleh pakai the AWS managed directory service. You can use that one. So you got 2 choices. You got 2 choices to be used. So That's why this is similar like the EFS. So this also can be shared across account, VPC, region, and availability zone. And you have this luster type. Okay, this luster, right, basically is for the high performance computing for your Linux. Okay, for your Linux, right? So when you come to this luster, basically you can support 100 of gigabyte per second throughput at the sub-millisecond response time. So that's why it's very fast. It's for very high performance one. So when you want to access this luster, FSX for luster, after you create the FSX ready, control this green color one in the console, then you for your this EC2 running on the Linux to access this FSX, you gonna install this luster client. You gonna install this luster client, right? This luster is POSIX compliant. POSIX, POSIX. That means that you can use your current Linux-based application to access this luster without making any changes. It's compliant to the standard. So this is some statistics some features on this. So let me share with you the console. I'm just going to share with you one type okay. Due to the time constraint, I'm going to